What's up with it, man? It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. So I originally didn't want to make this video, man, but I will go ahead and speak about it. Okay. So this weekend, man, we see a lot of internet beef. We see a lot of all on my feed throughout this weekend. I keep seeing the Milk 74 and the Pinot beef. Okay. You have one Crip from Florida versus somebody who claims Hoover Street. Okay, I don't have to replay this back. Everybody knows where one went to the other one and what happened and what didn't happen and who the other one was hanging out with. But this is a great time for me to talk about gangs, okay, and the difference from the street to in prison. Okay, so nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. Now, if this was in prison, at least in Florida, that wouldn't have went down like that. Those two dudes would have had to fight. They would have had to catch the wall. They would have had to get in the grid. Somebody would have had to show somebody something. If you're in a gang, you can't just sell wolf tickets, even if it's in the same gang. Here in Florida, man, I can't stand Bloods. I actually hate Bloods. I actually really hate Bloods. I fought a lot of Bloods being locked up, and I can't stand Bloods. But they fight all the time amongst each other inside a prison. I'll go ahead and say this. Depending where you go, but generally speaking, you'll have more beef amongst Bloods inside a prison than Bloods versus another gang, right? And if you didn't catch the part where I said I can't stand Bloods, let me say that again. But so these two dudes are Crips, and one flies out over there, one doesn't fight, one whatever, okay, and then in prison they would have had the grit. This YouTube thing, man, I'm starting to believe, being involved in it in the prison genre, I'm starting to believe anybody who's claiming a gang on YouTube is completely full of crap. I'm honestly starting to believe that. For the simple fact that I've really lived with these people and I've really seen the politics and the violations, gone through wars, whether it's a race riot, whether it's a straight out riot, whether it's got something to do with me, not me, them, in amongst, man, I've seen it all, okay, and it just would not fly like that, and I'm proud to say I'm not a gang member, but I have respect for the real ones, and it seems like the real ones, there's only two types of real ones, and they're not on YouTube. The real ones are really in the streets, really doing things, really on the corner, really doing whatever they do, and they're doing it so good they don't have time for YouTube. They don't have any time to watch YouTube videos. And the other type of real gang member is in the penitentiary. Okay, he might not have access to a phone, so he can't watch YouTube videos, but he's politicking on the inside. You have one real one on the streets, really in the streets, not paying attention to YouTube because he's getting kilos and he's ordering hits and whatever, and the one inside doing the same thing, maybe not a kilo, maybe it's 2 cheap, maybe he's ordering hits still. Those are your real gang members, okay? And I would say if these two guys were really involved, then the guys inside can't violate them, but these guys can, and you could see why. If there's no violations going on, then that is suspect itself. Okay, there's no diss to neither one of them dudes. I'm actually all right with Milk 74. So, but the other clown, I've had my ups and downs with, man, but I don't mess with that dude for multiple reasons. I've been there, done that, and tried that. I guess you'd have to be a top XX sub member to really see that video. But I've already got at that dude a couple times. But listen, I'm not. I don't want people clout. So it's not for the public. You get to pay to see what really went on behind the scenes. But anyhow, going back to violations and stuff, you know, inside gangs, man, they will. You can't show weakness, man. You know, you could have came home inside the penitentiary. You could have came home, and maybe at this camp over here, they brought you home, and maybe you're sideways scary with it, and you get transferred over to this camp, and something pops off. Man, you better show that badge. You better show that honor. You better show what you're about, because maybe you had a pass at that camp, but now you're at this camp, and you're not living like that, man. They're gonna violate you, man. Man, gangs will $150 their own members, their own brothers, man. I'm trying to tell you. So I really think that this is counterfeit, man. And I'm just gonna say it. You know, the dudes on the street, they're not watching YouTube, because I can tell you, if they knew about this, man, two big YouTubers claiming a set, man, they'd be making them dudes break it off. They'd be making them dudes break it off, because they're claiming a set. A gang is nothing without numbers. If you're in a gang doing YouTube by yourself, making all this money, and you got all these brothers out there, it doesn't go like that. You can't hold a block down by yourself. You need a bunch of gang members with you. You can't hold D block by yourself. Be one Crip trying to hold D block inside when there's 30 bloods. Yeah, it ain't gonna work out too good for you. And that goes for anybody in any gang. Man, I really think, man, these YouTube dudes, if the gangs really know what's going down, they'd be getting extorted, and it goes down. I'm trying to tell you, it goes down. They will violate their own, they will cut their own, they will extort their own. That's a real gang member. I don't care if it's Hoover, I don't care if it's this or that. Doesn't matter if it's an East blood or a West blood. You know, whatever. Because them dudes clash all the time in prison. Oh, I'm East Side, I'm on West Side. And they go through it. They go to war amongst themselves. But that's the real gang members. You know, imagine being a white blood, making a post saying that you paid $30,000 in taxes, celebrating your 2nd anniversary of your YouTube channel. And then imagine real bloods peeping that. And they're hungry. They ain't got no money for honey buns. They got to go rob, extort, steal, cut for the honey buns. They got a brother they can hit up. Hey, man, what's happening, man? Yeah. So, man, you got to take a grain of salt with these dudes, man. You really do. You know, I'm not trying to crap on nobody on this. I'm just trying to bring some common sense aspect to this. Because, you know, think about it, man. This YouTube thing, doing this YouTube thing, man, you know, you got to be all G-money with it, man. You got to be a gang member. You got to talk a certain way. You got to dress a certain way to get the views, to get the subs. Because a lot of people are followers on YouTube. You know, a lot of people come over on my channel and, you know, scream, yeah, man, put on for the white dudes, this and that. But, you know, as I'm in the feed and as I'm watching this thing fold down, as I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Watching to see if either of these gang members fight, nothing happens. But I see people, the same people that are over here, oh yeah, white boy lockdown. You're just like, oh, he ain't no real hoopers. It's like, dude, come on, man. But I get it. Which is even funnier. Because imagine being somebody just watching a YouTube video and you're able to pull the strings from behind the scene and actually make two gang members fight. Man, that's space age pimping right there. But hey, I can't tell everybody common sense, but I'm just saying my piece, man. I'm over here, I'm trying to bring white back, and that's it. I don't represent no gang because I think they're soft. Whoever wears black, please tell me to take this off. Come to my house and tell me to take the rag off. Man, I'll put something in your life. And then I'll take it off as I put it in your life and stay on my ground. And I'll say, man, before you take that last breath, man, you told me to take this off, and it says I love Jesus. And on that one, I'm out.